Exculpatory evidence is evidence that tends to prove the innocence of the defendant. In Massachusetts, prosecutors have a duty to preserve exculpatory evidence and to make it accessible to the defendant. Now, if exculpatory evidence is lost or it's been destroyed, the defendant has a number of options. But first, the defendant, has the burden of proving that there is, quote, a reasonable possibility that the missing evidence or the destroyed evidence is in fact exculpatory. So if he can do this, then the judge needs to consider a number of things. First of all, the culpability of the prosecution in the absence of the evidence. So did the prosecutor intentionally destroy or lose the evidence? The materiality of the evidence. So how important is it to the case? And lastly, how will this prejudice the defendant's case? Now, after considering all these factors, the judge has wide discretion in what he can do. But typically, one of three things will happen. In extreme cases, the judge can dismiss the case. The judge can even sanction the prosecutor. But in the majority of cases, what will happen is, if the case is brought to trial, the judge will simply instruct the jury that there's evidence, that it's missing or lost or destroyed, and that the jury can essentially presume that the evidence was exculpatory. So I've written a blog post on this, and I will put it in the description below.